Just a fair warning, the owner slash creator of the game let me know that this game's only been out for a month, so they didn't expect the game to blow up during this short period of time, and I do understand that bugs can get annoying and can inhibit your gameplay, but please be patient as the team fixes them. They're constantly updating the game. Now, if it isn't obvious to you, this game is inspired by Dandy's World, but it also has its own unique mechanics in terms of characters and gameplay. Now, when you join the game, you have a choice in between Daniel and Frutina as your starter characters. Now, these aren't horrible starters by any means. Daniel puts up a barricade to block Distorteds from coming in, and Frutina also provides a speed boost as her active ability and does glow a decent amount during blackouts. Just like in Dandy's World, you complete machines, or in this game, they're called breakers. Now, there's two types. The regular ones where you just fill up and repair the breakers in its normal speed, and then the ones that I like to call maze breakers, because you complete an easy maze minigame, and once you do that, these breakers repair a lot faster than the normal ones. Just a note, I notice a lot of new players struggling with these breakers, and I've had players in-game ask if they had to do something. The added mechanic in this is that there's an exclamation mark circle that pops up on screen while you do skill checks. If you do not click on these circles, it will count as you failing the skill check and it will kick you off the machine. So there is a collectible or trinket for those who play Dandy's World that gets rid of these, so you don't have to worry about them. And it's if you get 100% research on Shroomy, you can equip this collectible and you should be, home free and just do regular skill checks. There's about 4 different maps you can get. I like to call them the Diner, Animation Studio, Asylum, and Garden. I don't know if they actually have official names. The owner can let me know if they find this for some reason. But that's what I call them because that's what they look like. And the Diner, Asylum, and Garden are your typical one-floor maps. They have those basic layouts, but the special thing about the Animation Studio that most people may not know is that it has 2 floors. There is a set of stairs. If you go upstairs, there's a chance of at least 1 breaker, although maybe there's a chance that you won't find any breakers. I mean, I don't know, RNG, but I do suggest checking out the 2nd floor because you may find useful items up there. Guys, there's actually a new 5th floor. This one wasn't the one I was talking about a few weeks ago that I had when I was streaming, but this one is way different. I don't know what to call it exactly. It seems like some sort of room. Let's just call it Silent 2. Now, there is a glitch with items sometimes not displaying the correct item description, but I just want to let you know, don't worry, whatever item you pick up, it is going to be that item. So for example, you're worried that you picked up a gauze roll, but it says something like a repair cupcake. It's not going to act as a repair cupcake, it'll still act as a gauze roll. It's just a description that's glitched out. Next, we're going to quickly go over some of the Distorteds mechanics, because I know it can be overwhelming when you're new and you have no idea how to combat them. But in the case of Frutina and Daniel, since they're the starters, don't worry about them, they don't have any special mechanics. Now with Glamour, that one actually messed with me because I kept wondering why my camera spins around. You'll know if Glamour's on the floor because your camera will just start panning towards the direction Glamour's in. Distorted Rago basically has a 3-second delay before he charges at you. He's pretty easy to avoid and sometimes he will get bugged in walls and such. I promise I'm not a Shroomy hater, I just don't like the Distorted. They're one of a few Distorteds that will cover your screen, which I will go over. But what Shroomy does is he covers your screen with spores, and it used to be white but now it's more of an olive green hue. And he is a speedy little mushroom. I swear sometimes he's super fast and you're like, why is he still chasing me? Helena is another common distorted you will see. She basically screams at you and blurs your entire screen. She screams so loud that she makes you blind. And in my personal opinion, I feel like that blindness lasts a little bit too long. Maybe it's a skill issue on my part, but for me, I don't know, it's a little bit too long. Chulip is one of the newer characters alongside Kathleen, and they're considered to be a main. Now with Chulip, they also cover your screen in a jump scare that's reminiscent of, those old scary maze games that you would do to prank people when they fail the maze. They'll get jump scared by a scary image. Yeah, it's one of those, but like Helena, I feel like it lasts a little bit too long in my opinion. Be careful with Distorted Kathleen because if you get hit, the faster she'll move, and I know it's a little bit difficult with the AI being wonky at times, but just try your best. I know it gets a little bit of getting used to. Buggy is an interesting character, I don't really have any tips except just Buggy is really fast and they will go over countertops. There were times where I would hide behind something to hope that they won't go over it. Yeah, they will fly over it. So just try to stay out of sight and try to get a speed item and get out of there. Avery is another main in this game. Basically, when you're spotted, they'll inflict paranoia and a slow. Think of Twisted V slowing you down. So try your best to avoid Avery if you can, especially if you're playing a character that has very low movement speed and stamina. Hugo is basically the dandy of this game. If you play Dandy's World, I feel like most of you have. You basically summon him by not buying anything in his shop. Now, the thing with him is he doesn't disappear after one floor. He will keep appearing until you buy something from his shop. So if you survive a floor with him, you may think, oh, okay, he's not going to appear on the next floor. Nope, you will hear his jingle and you'll be like, oh, he was still on this floor because I didn't buy anything in his shop. He is lethal distorted, so be careful, don't get hit because you will get one shot. Now, I saved Distorted Helga for last because I've only seen her once and I've heard that she's supposed to act like a weeping angel. So in my head, weeping angels, you're supposed to look at them to make sure they don't move. So I turned my camera to pan at her, it didn't work. When I turned my tune around my designation, it didn't work. She just straight up killed me because she did not like me. If anyone has any tips, let me know in the comments because I have no idea what her mechanics are and I've only been able to see her once. With that, I hope this guide has helped someone. It's supposed to be a basic guide, so I didn't go too in-depth. I just wanted to cover the topics that would be helpful for new players. And if you're giving this game a chance, that's great. I understand if some people are not into it, which is also valid, but for those who are willing to give it a chance, I hope you guys have fun.